Hi guys, welcome to this video. This is Prashant from Wordpandit. I run Wordpandit and the Wordpandit VARC courses. I have a special video series, 60 days to CAT running. We'll do this till CAT 2020 and I'll take up different issues related to VARC prep, CAT prep in general, things which can help you improve your performance, right? So that is what I'm going to do. Now the video topic for today is super interesting, and more than interesting, I think this is going to hit a nerve. This is going to just probably touch one of the sore points with you guys, and because some of you have given up on VARC and you believe you really just can't do anything for the area, anything for the subject right now. So I'm going to discuss 4 simple things that you can do for this area and what is it that you need to think with respect to this particular section in the exam, right? So that's our agenda for today. Before we get started, do you have any one of these 3 thoughts? Do you hate VARC? Do you suffer from something like a super intense dislike for the subject? This is the kind of dislike that you have for your ex, right? You just can't stand your ex. Similarly, you just can't stand VARC, or things just don't seem to improve. Since they're not improving, you don't see any point in continuing, right? Or with QA or LRDI, I know so many of you, since I talk to a lot of students, and there are so many of you out there who are great in Cont and LRDI. You see improvement every time you do something. There is tangible improvement. But as soon as it comes to VARC, you keep doing things and you have these different question marks in front of you. Things just don't seem to improve. Things just don't seem to change. So is there any point of continuing? Can you really fall in love with the subject? Well, our purpose is not here to make you fall in love with the subject, but to give you 4 action points that you can work on, things that you can do on a daily basis. It's as simple as that. Now, the first thing that you need to understand here is, and this is at the cost of sounding trivial, silly, stupid, right? Anything that this fat bald man can, any such adjective that you can associate this fat bald man with, right? But the fact of the matter remains, you cannot live without VARC, right? That is just not possible, right? Even though there might be no visible signs of improvement, your scores, accuracy, attempts all suck, all of them. In fact, now all 3 of them, scores, accuracy, attempts, all of them have gone down the drain. The worst possible scenario, at the end of the day, you don't have the skip section option. You have to solve questions from this section. You have to do it, right? Since you cannot skip this section, you have to do it. Now, howsoever you might do it, you might hate it, you might not feel comfortable with the area, whatever the situation might be, since you cannot skip it, you have to do it. So why not simplify things for ourselves here a little, and let's come up with a few things that you guys need to do, right? But if you think about it, since the skipping part is out of the way now, what is it that can be done? And you'll be surprised, there is a lot. On a simple everyday daily basis, you can do a lot of things. But there is just one request that I have from all my students. You need to change your mental style of preparation, right? You need to change your approach. Generally, all of us have an aspirational or a score-based approach, right? We want our scores to go up and up and up, higher and higher. And this is our measure of success, is basically correlated with our scores, right? This is an aptitude test. There is going to be competition. There are going to be scores, percentile, etc. Great, that is valid for the actual exam. But as far as your preparation for VARC goes, your measure of success, instead of these scores, right? Because scores, then if you don't score well, it tends to demotivate you, right? Kinds of sucks out all the air from you, and right, you become, the balloon is like, you just prick the balloon, the bubble is burst, that kind of a situation. You lose all motivation, momentum, energy. You don't want that to happen, right? So what do? You measure your daily success with respect to the daily targets you complete. That is all you need to do. So measure your success, correlate your success with the daily targets you are achieving. As long as you are doing that, you are doing your bit. And I will, at the cost of sounding repetitive, I will keep saying one thing. The one thing that should most definitely not happen with respect to your prep, there should be no sentiment of regret at the end of your preparation. So when you end your preparation, you should not feel regret. That is the most important thing. Now, keeping this in mind, and the fact that you are going to now measure your daily success in terms of the things that you've done, what is it that you need to do? Simple things. 4 simple prescriptions. I'm acting like a doctor here, and I have a similarity with doctors. My handwriting is absolutely terrible, right? I even can't get it right with a pen marker. So I'll just scribble out 4 things for you guys to do on a regular daily basis. You solve 3 RCs a day. Whatever happens, the world might fall apart. You might have apocalypse upon you. You might have Armageddon. Anything might happen, but at the end of the day, you're going to solve your 3 RCs a day, right? Howsoever you sneak out time, solve 1 verbal ability test. So when I say 1 verbal ability test, I mean a set of 10 questions, para jumbles, odd one out, misfit sentences, paragraph summary, and occasionally do solve critical reasoning questions as well. For one simple reason, critical reasoning helps you develop your abilities to reason with RC questions as well. So there is a correlation. So 3 RCs a day, 1 VA test a day, 1 mock or section test. Now what do I mean by this? Remember, you can't take 5 mocks a week. I'm not suggesting that. So whenever you take a mock test, so for example, whichever test series that you are using, whichever full length mocks that you are taking, you might be taking 1 or 2 mocks a week, right? So on these particular days, your intake of VARC section tests is done. So for example, I'll just take the example of 2 tests a week. So you are done with 2 tests of VARC, 2 section tests are done when you take the 2 full length mocks. That leaves you with 3 section tests, right? So spread it out, take it on alternate days, take these tests on weekends. Howsoever you do it, through your mocks and through your section tests, you're going to take 5 VARC section tests in a week, right? 5 40-minute tests, right? Analyze these. In case you're a working professional and running short of time, analyze these within 20 to 30 minutes. So that's a 1-hour exercise. So this requires a total input time of 5 hours a week, right? So that is what is required from you, and that is something that you have to do. The 4th thing that you have to do at this stage is, with respect to your reading, place all your focus and energy on the areas that you struggle with. This is not the time to read absolutely anything and everything in the world. Targeted, focused reading. Read the areas that you're struggling with: philosophy, psychology, sociology, whatever it is that you're struggling with. Focus on those areas. Give 1 week to that particular topic, move on to the next topic, move on to the next topic. That's what you've got to do. That's how you've got to develop your reading skills at this stage. I know this is controversial advice. A lot of people would say that you should not read. But at the end of the day, how does reading help you with? When you target specific areas, you build your knowledge for those specific areas. Thing number 1. Second, you stay in touch. You stay in touch with reading. So your mind, it has that ability to stay focused. Third thing, whenever you read good articles, you develop something which is very, very critical. All good articles are written in the style where authors are trying to develop some sort of arguments. They are trying to convince you of something. So when you delve deep into this and you read them carefully, you also learn the art of argumentation. When you learn the art of argumentation, you improve your comprehension and understanding. So whatever you do, whatever you read, it always helps you improve. Always. Whatever that fraction of improvement might be the smallest possible fraction in the world, might be very, very substantial. Irrespective of anything, it is always going to help you out, right? So always do this. Next thing, guys, that I need to discuss, I think the 4 things are completely clear. There is no ambiguity here at all. Next thing is, how do these 4 things help you prepare? This is an obvious question that you should have in your minds at this stage. Remember, your subconscious is going to help you out here. It's going to be to your rescue. When you focus on these 4 simple things on a daily basis, what you do is you've done your daily quota of RCs, you've done your daily quota of topic-wise reading, you've taken the section test or mock. While taking that section test or mock, you worked on your skills, how to take tests, how to improve your attempts, etc., all those things. So these are all things which are helping you continuously learn and grow. Your subconscious mind is continuously at play. Your knowledge is being built. I keep saying this. The objective is to broaden your knowledge base. As broad a knowledge base as you have, that is going to help you out. So you make sure you stick to the process of completing these 4 things. Just write them down: 1, 2, 3, 4 daily checklist. Get done with these, deliver on these, and then move forward to the next, right? So that's something that you've got to do irrespective of whatever you're scoring. Remember, your subconscious knowledge is increasing, your knowledge base is widening, you're learning more and more things, you're adding depth to your preparation. All these things are happening if you do this on a daily basis. So whatever might happen in the world outside of this, whatever things that you cannot control, you cannot control your percentiles, you end up having bad marks, you end up with low scores on occasions. Those are irrespective of those things happening. These are the things that you can most definitely control. This is what I call the process part of VARC prep, and this is what I want you guys to stick to, right? Is there anything else that you need to do outside of this? There is one thing that you need to do, is you need to carry out a detailed analysis of everything you do, your mistakes, you need to note them down, the kind of common mistakes you are making, understand the approaches that you need to adopt for solving questions, keep refining your strategy for taking tests, right? In the subsequent videos I will cover these things, right? We've got the 60-day series. I'm going to do 60 videos. This is the third video, so I'm going to make sure I help you guys identify all these different things. How do you carry out the VARC analysis? We're going to do that as well. But you do that and you keep adding those things as well. You keep jotting these things for yourself so that you have clarity that this is how you need to approach the area and subject and section, right? So that's the objective, right, guys? This is all for today. I don't want this to be a long, lengthy video. This is the information that I wanted to communicate to you. You have 4 action points now. Remember, we've converted your prep from something which was you could not really identify with into 4 tangible daily action points, daily things to do irrespective of what is happening in the world, right? So this is what you're going to do. I hope this video clarifies your approach. This video helps, gives you a little bit of tinge of motivation, just an extra nudge, extra push. That is what my objective here is. Thank you very much for watching this video and staying with me, staying with the fat bald man and listening to him. Thank you very much and happy learning.